So guys, as promised, a different style video, stepping away from the whole tutorial stuff. We got the CBR right there, and I got some packages to work on bikes, work on different style bikes, and work on the CBR, of course. So here they are. Here are the packages. Let's do an unboxing. Get some more light in here. Yeah, I'm gonna put you guys right here. Okay, let's put these to the side. Now these packages come from HBM Machines. It's a great website to have good tools, find whatever you want, whatever type of maintenance and stuff you do. But these are mainly for motorcycles. So let's see what I got. So the first thing I got is this tool. People who recognize it, this is for pulling springs on an exhaust system. Now the CBR has a slip-on exhaust type connection where it's all springs from the front to the back, no real clamps. So you need one of these. Of course you can loosen the springs when you put a vise on it and pull it like that, but then you damage it. This is much more easy. Then I got some Allen wrenches, pretty decent, always wanted. I usually use the kind of when they all bunch together, but this is much more easy. Now box number 2, this is something exclusively for sports bikes, mainly the CBR and the Yamaha that we are gonna work on in the future. You can also use it. These two boxes are more for the sport bikes. We got first two parts. Now this is a paddock stand, a GP paddock stand. Looks nice and solid, as you can see. All square tubing, really solid, and the legs, nice skater wheels with this style of connection. And of course, to attach it to the bike, not really attach it, we got these kinds. Now I don't have the rollers right yet. I tried the one from my buddy's bike, his old rollers, because he got some replacements. The thread of the bolt that goes into the bike wasn't the right size. It was an 8mm and my bike takes a 10mm, so I'm gonna have to get those. And this is mainly for all the bikes. This is a front wheel stand, and this also looks pretty nice. Got it in bright red, very heavy duty. That's what I like. And the stand itself. So these are all the tools: paddock stand, front wheel stand, the hook, and the tools. Looks pretty nice. Now we're gonna put it together and test it out. Look at that. Here it is. Of course, I don't have the rollers for the back bridge. To get it up to the paddock stand, I need to order that, but I don't know which color I should get. Should I get orange? Should I get red? Should I get blue or black? I don't know, but I have to say the red was a good choice with this bike. I mean, the small subtle accents of red on the Honda CBR is pretty much amazing. Look at this. You can look at the bike now on this way. Absolutely amazing. The build quality is excellent. So if you want this paddock stand or the front wheel stand, look at this. Pretty nice and solid, all welded steel. Absolutely amazing. Now the best thing you can use this for is to set up the suspension, because the rider can sit on it. You can get your tucked position, and then mechanic can do its work. Also for mechanic itself, it's pretty good. You can lift the bike up straight up, so you have pretty much the same axis all the way around. Remember when we cleaned this last week, this would be much more easy. And if we want to clean the back wheel, we put on the paddock stand, the rear rotates free, lube the chain, do all that kind of stuff, remove the wheel. It's much more easier. Also, you can check alignment. It's gonna be much more fun working on the bike with this setup, with these tools. Absolutely amazing. Check for rebound. It's a little bit slow and a little bit tough when we check in the front. It's also pretty stiff. We can do that when we have more time. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take off the clutch, lube it, make it all nice and good again. Because last week when I was here, my father's clutch was really stiff. It's binded up. He's out riding right now. He don't want me to come along because I'm too fast. So I got my tool right here. I'm gonna show it what it is. Showed it in any other video. So here it is, my tool to lube cables. If you are a mechanic, get this. Absolutely necessary to work on bikes. So now I'm gonna just remove the clutch, the whole handle itself, because I want to clean it. There's a lot of dirt inside of there, and it's good to clean it once in a while so it doesn't bind up, so you have a smooth operating clutch. It's all this kind of stuff you need to do if you have the time, small little stuff to improve your bike. So that is what we're gonna do right now. Of course, this is not a tutorial session, so I'm not gonna give you guys any explanation. You can just follow along with the video, and to be fair, removing a clutch shouldn't be that hard. So this is the whole clutch assembly. As you can see, it's a little bit dirty. The bolts also. Look at my hands. It looks like I was working on an engine, not a clutch cable. So we're gonna clean that. All that grime and dust can gunk up. But when we clean it, it's gonna be nice and pretty again. Much more cleaner. The bolt, same process. Quick clean. Clean again, nice and smooth. Yeah, onto the inside. Now the inside is gonna be a little bit tougher because I cannot take it off without removing all of this. Yeah, clean the top side. Remove this maybe. Look where the cable goes in. Yeah, nice and pretty again. Nice and clean, because that is what we like. Now let's put some paper down here. Now let's attach our specialty tool, maybe wipe the cable a little bit. Put it in, screw it down. Now I'm gonna use silicone spray. Normally you should use cable lube, but I only have this. It's not good to put in penetrating oil or WD-40 or whatever. Don't quote me on that. But I'm gonna use silicone spray until I get a proper cable lubing lube. I'm gonna put you guys right here so you can see it coming out. Oh, look at all that dirt. That cable was dirty. Let's get a fresh piece. Hit it again. That's pretty good for now. I mean, there's still dirt coming out of it. It is cleaner than before. Put this little cap back on. Now let's reattach. Okay, we got a smooth operating clutch. We know our cable is lubed. Set the angle a little bit further, a little bit better for my style. Now let's check it if we did a good job. Power on, neutral, play in first gear. Smooth, absolutely smooth. hard to pull on. Now I'm gonna leave my tools right here. Daddy's almost gonna be home with his bike, so we're gonna do the same thing. Got a little practice. Of course, I do always a better job on my bike because I want it to perform as good as it could be. Working with the stand is excellent. Best purchase ever. If you want to buy it, it's 50 euros. That's pretty cheap for the quality that's made of. That is pretty cheap. To get the bike in an upright position, excellent. So I'm just gonna wait until Dad gets home, do his bike, maybe get it for a ride, test the clutch, align it, do all that stuff, all that shebang. But yeah, time for a little waiting game. It's currently 2:20. I don't know, he's been away for like an hour. Let's see when he gets home and we can test his bike and get it right on the mash. Who knows, maybe I like it, maybe I sell the bike. Now I wasn't gonna record this, but I thought until I wait for Dad to come home, I'm gonna do the Brixton as well. This is what happens when your parents ride bikes and you are the mechanic. You have to maintain 3 bikes. So I was undoing the clutch all the same, cleaned up this part. And then I looked at the cable. Oh boy, look at this. Rust. It is seized. It can't turn around, but look at all this dust, this buildup. This is why you do maintenance yourself, guys. This is very dangerous. Imagine this, you are riding on the road, suddenly your clutch cable gives out, it breaks because it was rusty and you didn't take care of it. You will be in a lot of trouble. You have to have the knowledge to make the bike stop, turn it off. Especially because my mom is riding this bike, I want to be in the best shape ever. This is unacceptable. I rode this bike for so long. Yeah, this should be addressed. So I just want you guys to see it is a good thing to work on your own bikes. You see and find stuff you normally wouldn't see or that your mechanic wouldn't see. And it's easy stuff like this. You've seen it with the CBR, a $12,000 bike. This is a 2,700 bike. It's all the same, and this stuff is pretty easy. Lubing your cables, make them work better, make them maintain. If this chain wasn't rusty, it could last for years. If you lube it once in a while, it should be great. So that's why I make these videos for you guys, so you can learn this stuff and maintain your bike. So I'm just gonna continue on, not film it, wait for that. That is the main bike. That's the one with the most problems, but I didn't expect the Brixton to have these kind of problems. So yeah. So the main event is here, this clutch. As you can see, no feathering, nothing. As you can see right here, there's a little bit of rust. So we're gonna fix that, lubricate it, clean it, everything. So let's get right on it. Same steps as with the other ones. Maybe first loosen this. Get a 10 mil. Cannot get it. Let's see if I can get it with this one. This one is a little bit slimmer. Yeah. Flathead screwdriver. Pretty dirty bolt already. Let's get this one out. Good lubrication, but bad. Let's clean this off. All nice. And clean again the bolt before and after. Let's remove this. Okay. Let's get a paper towel down here. Get our tool in there. First I'm gonna hit it with some cleaner. Yeah, just like poop. Fresh paper towel. Now let's hit it with some grease or lubricant. Okay, first pass. Last one. hit it again with grease or lubricant. Yeah, wipe it off. I'm gonna clean out the inside of this, because what's the point of applying new grease, new lubricant, if you don't clean it out? Little dab of grease into the hole, and on the sides that are sliding, stick it back in. Now the handle, I'll get the bolt. No grease for that. There's enough in the hole. Tighten it snug. Reattach or re-secure the underside. Secure it. Little bit of play. And that's good. As you can see, I can slow release. Wipe clean. Okay. Always test your work. Slow release. That's good. So this one is lubricated, that one is lubricated, this one is lubricated. Now I'm gonna take a test ride with the mesh and with the Brixton. First let me show you how dirty they were, the clutch cables. Top one is the Brixton, the other side is the mesh. Rusty cable, stuck cable. As you can see, this is with cleaner. A lot of dirt, old grease. Hit it one time with lubricant, and this was the final pass, all clean. Again with the mesh, cleaner to get the old grease out. First lubricant to get the quick cleaner out, and then the final pass. Now when you're working on bikes, you need to test ride. So that is what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna put on my GoPro, put on my mic and my helmet, and I'm gonna take a test ride with the mesh and with the Brixton to check over everything, see if I can find other problems, because you can look at the bike all you want, but you have to ride it to see and feel what's wrong with it. Also, we did some checking on the suspension of the mesh and on the Brixton. We're gonna do a video on that later on, but I still have to find some tools like a C-wrench for this one. Brixton is not really necessary, but we're gonna set it up for my dad. My dad's bike gonna be set up for him. My mom's bike gonna be set up for her, and of course the big project is gonna be the CBR, setting it up for me, for my riding style, for my weight class, all that stuff. So I'm gonna gear up and start test riding the mesh first, and then the Brixton. So, first test ride with the mesh. This is a 250cc with a open exhaust. Totally different than the CBR or the Brixton, the geometry. I mean, the front brakes don't really do much. Let's see what this baby can do. It is feisty. Okay, open road. Second gear. Third gear. Woo, got a little speed wobbles.
It doesn't feel as quick as the CBR, of course. But this is a death trap. Absolutely a death trap. I wouldn't go on the highway. There is, I don't know. The brakes are off. Getting wobbles, man. Wobbles in the front wheel. Nah, I don't trust it. The upshift, pretty good. Downshift, really bad. You have to really extend your foot. And the backfire. Oh man. This is not the bike for me. Give me the Brixton, give me the CBR. The Mash, something is wrong. I don't know what. The shifting, not for me. The high speed handling also. And the noise is so obnoxious. I think with the open exhaust, of course my dad likes the sound of the open exhaust, but I feel like he's losing power. This engine has much more potential than it has right now. Absolutely. The open exhaust, the constant banging, it is murdering. Now we talked about a open exhaust, what it does and what you need to look out for. And I think this is what's happening with this bike. It lost some power. I mean from low RPMs to high, but once he reaches it, I don't know, you can hear the exhaust banging all the time. I mean, I could get used to it, but for now, it's not for me. This is not the bike for me. Something is really wrong with the geometry. The handling, is the tire too? No? I don't know, something is wrong. We're gonna get back to this because at high speeds, it starts to wobble. I'm talking about 110, 120. If it can go that fast, something is off, and I don't know why. So now let's get on to the Brixton. So now it's time for the Brixton, a familiar face, much more stabler than the Mash. Better brakes. Yeah, this is much more stable. I like this more. Maybe it is because I'm familiar with the bike. Much stabler. Not as quick, but much more stable. 95. Sorry about the wind noise, guys. 97. Maybe if we go flat, we can hit 100. And that is 100, 101, absolutely flawless, taking off my hand, 100 kilometers, so much stabler, no sixth gear, I'm doing 96 in this turn, Wouldn't do that with a mash. No way. The clutch lever works perfect. You can fine adjust everything, so pretty good. Back on the power, full power. That is what the silencer is doing. This is a good setup. You know that it's a good bike when I work on it, perfect it. The mash, I couldn't really do much stuff to it because my dad didn't want it. Let's give the tires some more wear. Ooh, slalom, baby, slalom. Because my mom only goes straight. And straight it is. No leaning. No high speeds. This is how you turn, Mom. This is how you get lean angle. Gonna put it back where it belongs. The clutch lever, perfect, nice and smooth. Power delivery, absolutely perfect with the silencer. My dad doesn't like it because it's not that loud. I'd rather have my mom have power than loud sound. If she can rely on a bike, that's what needs to be. So yeah, that's where the test rides. It was fun. Knowing the mesh, knowing the Brixton.
So I didn't record any outro for this video because I was planning on riding the CBR, but that didn't happen. So the footage that you are seeing is from me taking another ride, just put it on the GoPro and riding if I ever needed footage to do stuff like this. So I hope you guys like the new style of videos that I'm making, not really a tutorial style. It's more like a day in a life, what I do and how I enjoy my life working on bikes and riding them. So I hope you guys enjoyed the new style. It's a long video, I know. Maybe the other videos that I'm gonna post are gonna be a little bit shorter, but this is an extreme long video. But I just want to imply so much because when I record videos I do so much, and with the tutorial style I cannot implement it all in the video. So this is everything I did that day, working on the bikes, riding them. So let me know what you think about the new style of videos in the comment section down below. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter and on Instagram. Subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed, and I will see you in the next one.